automatic wheat farm, simple elevator and egg farm. Hello everyone, today I will show and tell you how to make 3 simple but very useful mechanisms using the mod. Let's start with a wheat farm, such as you could see in my video about updating to version 0.5. We are making a platform, 5 by 5 blocks diagonally. We put a block in the middle and fill the rest of the space with earth and plow it, and here we pour out the water. Next, here we put 6 storages of objects, and in the middle, we need to put a mechanical rotator so that it looks down. We put a windmill bearing on top of the mechanical rotator, and already we put a white sail on it. We set the white sail as we like, but the faster the mechanism will rotate. Personally, I like to set white sails like this. Next, we put 5 mechanical combines on the side of the storage of items and put a portable storage interface in front. Retreating 2 blocks from it, we put another one, but so that it looks at the mechanism. We remove an andesite funnel from it, and under it, we put a chest and a funnel that transfers everything into it. It remains to plant wheat and press the bearing of the windmill to make our mechanism work. Don't forget to plant the wheat in the place where part of the mechanism used to be. Thus, so simply, we have created a mechanism that is going to plant wheat and then transfers its trunk along with excess seeds. The second mechanism is a simple elevator. It is inferior to the smart elevator, which I talked about in my last video function, but it can also take you to any number of floors. However, I will show you an example of 2, so as not to take up a lot of your time. So, first you need to build an elevator body. It can be whatever you want. Then, just like last time, we step back 2 blocks, carry the shaft of the gantry crane to the very top of your elevator, and put the chassis of the gantry crane so that it touches the elevator cab. Our entire mechanism will be on top of the elevator. On the roof of your last floor, you put a vertical gearbox on top of this shaft so that it looks at the back wall of the elevator. You attach 2 chain mechanisms to it, and 2 consecutive gear switches to them. To them, put 2 more regulated chain mechanisms. Further, in order for our elevator to move faster, we need to accelerate the rotation of our mill, so we put such a scheme. We put a chain drive to the chain mechanism, and we put another chain mechanism to it. Repeat this 5 times, as shown in the video. We put a lever on each chain mechanism and turn it on. Next, we put a vertical gearbox and a windmill bearing on it. We put at least 12 white sails and turn on the bearing. In sequential gear shifts, we put as many blocks up and down as we have 1 floor, or as many as you want to go down or up, depending on what you need. I have 5 blocks, 1 floor, so I put it that way. We put 1 wireless racial signal transmission on each gear shift and set the purity. I have boards and a button, and on the second, on the contrary, a button and boards. Do not forget to change the mode so that the transmitters receive the signal. Now we put 2 buttons on the floors. Behind them we put transmitters with the same frequency, up and down, in accordance with what we put on top. That's it. Our rift works on the principle of pressing a button and driving 1 floor up or down. If you have several floors, you will stop at each one and press the buttons to go further, up or down. If you want to create a smarter elevator, then you can take a look at the playlist of guides on my channel. I will leave a link in the description. The last mechanism for today is an egg farm. You may have already seen this in a video on the developer channel, but here you will see a more simplified version. Although it is still the simplest mechanism, it is the most difficult to access among these 3. So, we put 5 vertical gearboxes, and on them we put 5 fans pointing upwards. We put blocks on the sides. We surround the structure with blocks of glass, 3 blocks high, like this. Retreating 1 more block up, we put the conveyor belt in the length of our design. We put andesite funnels under the tape. Switch them to the U to reception, that is, up arrows. To the gearboxes firm below, we put 5 regulated chain mechanisms, then a reversing mechanism, and to them, we attach a rotation speed controller, on which we put a large gear. We put a lever on the reversing mechanism, and when the fans turn on, we switch it so that the fan works for blowing. We output power from the gear, and put the bearing of the windmill. You need to put at least 40 white sails on top of it, because we will set the speed on the regulator to 192. We also connect a windmill to the conveyor belt from above, and also put an andesite funnel, so that it spits out objects. We put a funnel, and a chest under it. We add chickens to our glass box. We turn on the bearings of the windmill to make everything work. When the hen carries the egg, it will fall into the indesite funnel and be transferred to the conveyor belt. From there it will fall into the funnel and go into the chest. Thus, we got a testicle farm. Someone might say, you could just put funnels under the chickens. But agree, because it's much more interesting, and the effect does not look. Plus, if you connect to speed controllers with different speeds, then you can adjust the height of the chickens, which means that the testicles are served to the chest only when you need it. Subscribe if you liked the video, and don't forget to like it if you want some improved version of the mechanism. Write about it in the comments, with a melon on the bell. Thanks for watching. Bye to everyone.